Hi everyone. In this part of the series, we'll look at some bot platforms available. Basically, if you have a website, you can create AI-enabled bots um, for, let's say, customer support or sales assistance, and so on and so forth. So the platforms which I'm going to run through in this video are Botpress, Sitespeak, and Botsonic. So let's quickly go through what each of these platforms bring and what are the different features, how are these platforms different from each other, and depending on the use case, how you can decide whether you should go for Botpress or Sitespeak or Botsonic. So let's first look at Botpress. So this is the dashboard of Botpress. It provides you 5 bots you can create with the trial account. So I have created, you bots in Botpress. The bot which I'm going to show you or run through in this video is a sales assistance with lead capture bot I created. So let's see what are the features we have in Botpress real quick, and what is it that it is doing uh, in terms of uh, the conversations happening with the user, and uh, what are the different features it has. Okay, so basically you can start off with creating a standard node. This is one standard node I created. Okay, in this node, and then you have the option of adding card. Adding card is nothing but you could select from all these cards depending on the kind of uh, uh, depending on the kind of information you are uh, you want to capture, or the kind of information you want to uh, process. You can select all these options. So the first is for sending messages. You can send text messages, image, video, etc. There is an execute code card where you could give some instruction, and based on that instruction, the Botpress engine at the backend would create code in Node, because in Node is the language Botpress is using at the backend. For example, if you want to send data to an external third party like Zapier, which is an automation platform or an integration platform, you can create that API call here, okay, in execute code. And then you have some new features as well, where you could insert record in the table, find records or delete records, and so on and so forth. AI task is when you want to use chat GPT APIs, like you have GPT 3.5 turbo or GPT-4 models available. You can select the version, temperature, and when you give the task input, that is the prompt, correct prompt, based on the based on that. And also you could use some variables to make it more dynamic. uh, it would basically send these based on the prompt you are giving. It would send it to the chat GPT API and get you the response. Okay, so a lot of places you may want to use AI task as well. And then for capturing information based on the information you could use either email address if you are capturing email address, or name. You could use person name if you are capturing name. If user is selecting a single choice answer, or you want to give some options, from which he can select one option, you can use a single choice capture information here. or similarly, multiple choice option is also there, Boolean, number, so on and so forth. So this is nothing but the data type of the response you are trying to capture from the user. Based on that, you can decide. Okay, so in this particular bot, first is the welcome message we are showing to the user. Then we are trying to get the name, email, and phone number from the user. Then what we are trying to do, I mean, this just happened by mistake when I was doing the demo. Then you have uh, these flow logic cards as well. So each node, this is one node, to make a transition to another node, you can give, like a transition expression and just give a condition true. Automatically it will, and then you have to link, uh, automatically this option will come to link it to another node, and you can link it off. Okay, second thing which we are trying to do here is, mm, uh, you can also provide some knowledge base in terms of either a website URL or some documents, FAQ documents, or some documents from where the bot can query on. Okay, so anything which is very specific to your company, like some document which contains a lot of information, uh, you know from which user can ask, and you can query the data on, you can put that document here. And also you could put the website name if you have a lot of content in your website, so that the bot can crawl on the website. So that is also one feature which Botpress provides. This is known as custom knowledge chatbot. Although quality may not be that good, so you have other platforms available if you really want to crawl the web pages or internal documents, which we'll look into in just a bit. But yeah, I mean, this is one side option available in Botpress, which you could use along with the flow which you are creating. So Botpress is more about flow creation and using ChatGPT APIs in between to do some AI related stuff. Okay. And yeah, in this particular example, if there is no response coming from the knowledge base, you have to put this condition here with a transition expression type card. It would you can create a fallback node. If there is no answer, it would lead to the fallback node, and the bot can display, I'm sorry, I don't have an answer, and then it can move to the next part of the node. If it actually gets an answer, then no need to give this particular reply. It can directly move to the next part of the bot. And here we are asking if you have any further questions. If he says yes, then we take him back to the check knowledge node which we have. And in this particular bot, I'm also trying to create an appointment uh, 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 with the user. We'll see how that works in just a bit. But yeah, idea is that you can basically take that information. So with the execute code card, I'm trying to get the next available dates from the current date and also the time. And then user can select from that list. And then what I'm doing is we are sending that information, whatever date and time he selected. First is to generate that list of date and times. So for which we are using the execute code cards. Okay, and when based on the option he or she is selecting, we can send that information off to, let's say, a third party integration application like Zapier. Okay. So yeah, that would be part of the next video I'll create on the automation side of it. Let's quickly look at this bot in action. So the user starts by saying hi. It gives you the first line, this one, right? And let's say I am giving my name. You can also keep on looking at the event debugger here, what variables are getting set. Okay, so in all these capture information, we have to store, we are storing the data in a variable. So here it is the name variable. So name is set to Romit V here, as you could see. Let's say email address is this one. So it gets stored in the email variable, as you would see. Yes, so it got stored in the email variable. We were storing it in workflow email. So second thing, next thing it is asking is the phone number. Okay. Okay. Now the in the in the quick start knowledge base, I have given a website related to accountants. So I'll try to ask some question related to accountancy. Okay. So it couldn't, it tried to crawl through that website, but it couldn't find an answer. That's what I told. Quality with respect to, crawling through a website or through a document is little bit debatable with respect to Botpress. So I would recommend other platforms for, doing uh, chat on internal document or a website. Let's move ahead. Let's say that we don't have any other question. Okay, so based on the current date with the execute code card here, um, it is creating the list of dates from the current date. Okay, so let's say I say Wednesday is August 23 and preferred time 12:30. It would basically put preferred day and time into the variable. Okay, so list is what we are creating from the code, and from that list, whatever user selects, we are storing in another variable. Okay, and then what we are doing at the end is doing an API call to send this off to Zapier. Okay, which is what we will look in the automation video, which is something separately I'm going to make. Okay, so this is about Botpress in brief. uh, uh, we can look at, so yeah, there is an option in the dashboard for you to basically uh, you know create, have a bot name there, bot, the icon, the description of the bot, and so on and so forth. Okay, once you publish it, since it is not published, uh, it's not giving an option for you to try using it from a public URL. Once you publish it, it will give you an option to basically, you can send that to anybody to try and test it out. Okay, so that's how it works in Botpress. Let's look at another platform known as Sitespeak. So yeah, this is the dashboard of how Sitespeak works. Um, so the options available in terms of you know getting the sources from the user are, you could give website URL, it could crawl through that, you could give specific URLs from the website. Okay, you could give sitemap, and you could give these files from where it can try to query those files, which is great. So in this particular example, I have given 4 different links, specific links from a particular portal known as topuniversities.com. Okay, So this is how sources work. So either specific links from where it would read the content. If you give our root website, the bot may not be that accurate. But if you give specific links from where you think most of the questions are going to be asked, the bot would be more accurate because it is more focused. It also introduced a plugin feature known as SQLite. With respect, created in SQLite database. What it does is, you could basically provide some CSVs with some data, and it would upload those CSVs into the SQLite database. This is if you're asking, let's say, very specific information uh, uh, from to the bot. Okay, so something like, if I have, let's say, yeah, this is something I uploaded into the plugin section. So you have these basically ranks for the on various parameters, and those parameters are given in the columns. What are the ranks for each of the parameters for these universities? Okay, and the score. So if I'm asking, give me the rank or top universities in terms of academic reputation, it will try to get it from here. If I try based on employer reputation, give me the rank or the top universities, it would get it from here. Okay, and so on and so forth. So this is very specific data I'm trying to query. Okay, so for that, better you create CSVs. If you have APIs running in your web page, you can convert those APIs into this kind of a CSV, upload the CSV into the plugin, and then along with the links you have uploaded, it could it would it based on the question, it will decide whether I want to query from the SQLite database or the links. So both of those options can work, which is again a great feature which it has. Appearance wise, you can try to give some logo, accent color, and some other stuff like placeholder message and welcome message could be configured. Pretty straightforward. And it gives you a link which you can embed in your JavaScript, or you could also have it uh, you know running it on the entire page if you want to give kind of chat GPT like experience where you want the user to see the entire screen and not a small uh, chatbot kind of a window. That option is also available. And smart prompts are nothing but these, if you want the user to select some options or see some options when he comes to the bot, you can give some smart prompts, which is what I have done here. This is typically the options we have, and obviously you can give some basic prompts and do some fine tuning with respect to the settings, model temperature, message history, and so on and so forth. And preview is nothing but if you want to test the bot as you provide the sources and the CSV files into the plugin, you could do that. Okay. And inbox is nothing but the whatever you have tried to test, it would just give you the history of those options. So yes, I would say Sitespeak is really good for stuff where you have a lot of content and you want to crawl through a lot of URLs, web links, or you have internal documents you want to crawl to, or you have some APIs which is from where you want the user to query. You could convert those APIs into CSVs and upload those CSVs into the plugin section, which is a great feature, which currently you don't have in Botpress. So if it is more of a website crawl, anything to do with your website content, Sitespeak is a great application. Pricing wise, this is what it entails: $30 a month for one AI chatbot, 30 source links, $60 for 200 source links, and obviously some added features, and then 500 per month for unlimited chatbots and up to 2000 source links, and so on and so forth. Okay. And let's also quickly look at Botpress pricing. Botpress pricing is more pay as you go model, where free plan you could have 1K incoming messages per month and 5 bots. And then you can select how many additional messages you want. 1K plus 1K. So here additional 5,000 messages, then 10,000. Additional 5,000 is $25 apart from the 1K. Okay, and then it provides the rate. Additional 10,000, again the rate is basically $0.005, which is 0.5 cents per message, per additional message. Okay, so yeah, these are the two really good chat bot platforms. One more platform which I wanted to demo is known as Writesonic. It is more of a content creation platform, but in recent times they've also come up with something known as a Botsonic, where you could create uh, the bots like we did with Sitespeak or Botpress. More related to Sitespeak, where we were giving specific links or internal documents. Okay, so they have a new version available. I'm just trying to test that out. So yes, these are the options available in that version to create a bot. So either you can upload files, PDF, doc, or docx. You could enter website links, okay, one by one. So multiple links, the way we did in Sitespeak, or you could add a sitemap. Okay. Or you could upload the URLs in bulk as well through a CSV. That's a very good option. When you have, let's say, 200 different URLs you want the bot to train on, it's a good option to create a CSV and upload it. And then you can click on upload and train, and it would be able to train on that uh, set of URLs or the files you have entered. Okay. Okay. So this is the sources part. Now, one really good, yeah, this is more on the configuration part, the kind of placeholder message, welcome message, the accent color, bot icon, the bot avatar you want to give. You can always upload and set those settings. Starter questions you could give, and so on and so forth. Yes. Now, Botpress or Botsonic has one really good feature which is not there in Sitespeak currently, is the API access. So let's say you want to use the backend of Botsonic for your queries, but not the UI. You want to make your own UI. You can use the API feature. It would basically give you the API endpoint and the token, and you can use that to query to basically get the answers for the user queries, and use your own UI to display the conversation. Okay, so API access is something which is a really good feature in Writesonic or Botsonic. Okay, uh, let's look at the pricing also, which currently Botsonic entails. As I mentioned, it's more of a content generation tool. So its core competence is on the content generation part. As you could see, free trial, it would generate 10,000 words a month, basically for creating blogs, articles, and it gives you Zapier integration, uh, browser extensions, landing page generator, and so on and so forth, and running on GPT 3.5. And for the unlimited, it would generate basically unlimited words per month, and it doesn't have API access. Access exists only in the business plan currently. Okay, you have AI templates as well, AI article writer, Zapier integration is there. Okay, so for unlimited words per month, better to go for a paid plan here, and it gives you ChatSonic anyway. And if you want to go for ChatGPT 4, then better to go for a business plan. And so yeah, based on the word limit you're looking at, you can customize the plan. It's more of a factual and personalized article writer here. Anyway, the context of this call was more on the bot platforms. So yeah, that's what I wanted to basically run through in this video. So we looked at three bot platforms. First one, Botpress, which is more for flow creation and having different options with respect to lead capture, uh, and how you could capture leads and send it to third parties like Zapier very easily in Botpress. And Sitespeak is more about crawling your website or your internal links or your documents and giving answers with accuracy. Accuracy of crawling in Sitespeak is the highest based, with respect to all the three platforms which we looked at. Botsonic, although it provides the feature of uploading URLs and documents, I didn't find it very good in terms of the quality of answers. Okay. So yeah, hope it was informative. And based on your particular use case, you can decide which is a good fit for you based on the pricing and everything. Yeah, that's what I wanted to discuss or run through in this video. Hope it was helpful for you. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.